Gets set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right here. Check. Lucky. Check three. Switch.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Give me 58. 54 miles. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Kelly.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mike, 40.
Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Maher was 6 of 7 from 50-plus as a 29-year-old rookie, including a Cowboy record 62-yarder, and he's able to knock this one through from distance as well.
Remember, 4 years in Canada, kicked in all kinds of conditions, gives a guy a lot of confidence coming to the NFL.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On second down, it's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The left side completion to Jones. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On third down, Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here I come again. Hey, 88.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Austin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got
Prescott to throw it. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Prescott now from the 50. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
We're going to 53.
Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Pollard. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
There you go. Go, go, go. Get out there. Get out there. Get that quarterback. And on 46.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
As this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
On 3rd down, Rodgers being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Cooper was the intended target. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At their 48-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall this season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year. Franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's giving his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. Intended that time for Cooper. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Grant, space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. A big pickup of 38.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Dancing to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to third and goal.
26.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Check it out, Lee. Jumper. Hatch it. Watch out.
They'll go with Jones. And some strong running. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Shifts by him, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. This is caught inside the 15. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Rodgers uncorks one for Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
On first down, Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Marr now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah,
I like that.
Your analysis. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Mike, 42.
Here we go, 47.
I got you.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Kevin King there defensively.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
On second down, it's Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
46 to Mike. Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come.
Here we go, kill.
He's checking quick. Set.
26.
Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Get 300. Get 300.
Mike spot 4.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 24. Plant. Inside.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And Davis has it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Stay with your man.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Watch twins. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Hey, switch gears. Pick the edge. Go. Check 26.
On 1st down, it's Grant. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 13.
They go back to Grant. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Check.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Kill. Check 3. Go to 54. Wide.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Cooper was the target there. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
54 to 50. 54. Come on. You better. Throw it back. 54.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. There he goes left side, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Kaiser. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my my face. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.